It's come to my attention that I have to talk about some stuff. It's come to my attention that I just needed to test the audio. Um, I have to talk about something real quick because as much as I hate talking about this individual, um, it sucks that I have to still talk about Hunter. Especially when I'm trying to fucking get rid of like him out of my bullshit. However, because he affects other people, I get sucked into it, right? So I get sucked into it. And here's the thing about Hunter and me. I've said my piece on the matter. He needs to get the fuck off the internet. He needs to get some fucking help, or he needs to go to jail. I don't care. Whatever he does, he needs to stay the fuck away from the internet. It's no good for him. I got dragged into some shit. One of the victims of Hunter had kind of came forward. Now, I say victims in quotation marks because, again, really hard to really pinpoint. But apparently this individual was one of the people who has this is one of the people who had been victimized by him. According to this individual. Now, there's a lot of evidence to show that this happened. And I personally, I'll believe it because there's a lot of evidence and there's a recorded chat log between him and this individual. I did speak to this individual and I did express my sincerity on the matter. And, I'm not happy that I got dragged into this, but I'm glad that I did because at least this person was smart enough to like record shit. Whereas I was kind of under the pretense of like, hey, I can't really record shit because I was trying to make him say the truth, right, on the matter. So, listen, if you're not here for context, watch the last 2 or 3 VODs on Hunter that I have made on the VOD channel. I'm not going to give you another recap. This has been going on for way too long. I've already kicked the man down a lot, and I've already won, right? So it's like I don't fucking really need to discuss this, but I'm going to anyway. You're not here for drama. Good for you. I try not to give drama on this channel anymore. But again, I've gotten dragged into this, so I really don't have a chance. I really don't have much of a choice. Which again, I'm more than willing to do because Hunter is really fucking sick in the fucking head, and I would rather have this be showcased than just me going on fucking words, right? This individual named Moody Blues was one of Hunter's victims. And from my understanding and talking to this individual, this person is actually a minor, like legit a minor. My thoughts on minors being on Twitter and shit, not fucking good. I refuse to actually ever interact with minors myself. So it's well. But Moody here has actually given me permission to really showcase and read this stuff. So we're gonna do that real quick. Here. I think it's warranted because and we'll watch the chat log as well. Again, I'm really fucking tired of being brought back into this bullshit. But the same time, I already knew that this is what was gonna happen. So let's read this shit real quick. My experience with Hunter Kane, now known as Bizarre Nomad, here on Twitter. By the way, he's also still on Twitch. The individual that I had banned calling out as Hunter, Bizarre Nomad, is still on Twitch. I have caught him on Jabroni Mike's channel. It is as much as I want to alert his mods, I really don't have much contact with Mike, and I don't have much contact with the mods. So I really can't do much on that front. It's just a matter of how many people can scream the same message. And again, it's not that I don't want to help Mike out and get a predator out of his fucking chat. It's I don't have the voice or the standing to be like, hey, Mike, look at this shit. I have caught him on Mike's thing, and the sooner he understands he needs to get the fuck up the internet, the better. Not just for him, but for everyone. But I've caught him with this account. I've caught him with this account, and I've banned him on this account, and I have seen him float around the Vine Sauce community with this account. I highly encourage the Vine Sauce mods like here, Mono, fucking Chowder over on Joel's channel to like ban him, like because like this shit's not okay. I could tell you up front, I used to be his friend, and this has been a reoccurring thing for a while now, and it's not okay. And I'm I know because I'm just a voice on the fucking internet. I'm a fucking streamer. Oh well, you're just spitting pedo accusations left and right. No, guys, this has been a reoccurring thing. He actually has sex offender charges with the city of New Jersey. He's a fucking train wreck. He doesn't deserve. Personally, I don't think he deserves to even like be walking around. But I prefer he get some serious fucking help in a mental ward or literally just fucking going to jail. But whatever, neither here nor there. We'll watch the chat log here in a minute. When Stone Ocean was going to be announced, I couldn't find anywhere else to watch the stream, but on his channel, I was watching the stream, and him and his friends were encouraged to send them funny stuff to react to over on Discord. One of the main things that they wanted to see was Yukako pegging Koichi. So as the edgy 14-year-old, I made a poorly drawn drawing of them. All right, chat, keep in mind, this is 2 years ago. Moody had actually came up to me and said, hey, this is 2 years ago. They were like, yeah, this is 2 years ago, blah, blah, blah. I'll show you my DMs here later. I'm trying to be as transparent as I fucking possibly can. Because the issue is for shit like this, is when you're not transparent, it looks like you're trying to slander. And I'm not trying to fucking slander. This is legit, like 100% factual when it comes to him. Unfortunately, he lied to me before I finally got the truth out. It's just unfortunate that I can't record shit because he's too paranoid about what I would do. Now, right? I'm sorry, I'm cold. As I made a poorly drawn drawing of them and sent it over. When I sent it over, I got a reply almost immediately, but then he deleted it. Question mark. What do you mean he deleted it? Question mark. I mean, yeah, there have been times where he's done that with me on DMs, where he's deleted shit because he knows I screen cap. Like, he knows I screen cap, so, I mean, that makes sense. Not sure what that was about, to be honest. It's because he doesn't want to get caught. He doesn't want to get caught because he's been caught before doing stupid shit like this. My example is he doxed my phone number or he sent my phone number on Chan. But neither here nor there. So he doesn't want to get caught doing stupid shit. As a matter of fact, if I remember vaguely on the Trash Bags Discord group, there were times where me and Dan and like had vitriolic arguments with him about this shit, and he'd say dumb fucking shit and then delete it because he knows he's a fucking moron. Whereas I really didn't delete anything. I kind of fucking let it be. That was in the right. Okay. You can see how he tries to corrupt 14-year-old me as right as I mentioned my age. I didn't really understand what was going on, but it made me feel filthy. I felt like it was actual dirt and grime all over me and these interactions took place. Well, okay. I don't understand the context there, but again, we'll watch the chat log. We'll watch the chat log. Don't worry about it. He started interrogating 14-year-old me about sex and why I didn't like it. That's fucking weird. Don't ever fucking do that. Started saying that I was abused and that's why I didn't like sex. He started pressing more and more after he found out I was his type, a little 14-year-old. Moody, I'm gonna be completely honest, dude. I don't think that part of it might have been that, yes. But he has openly expressed to me multiple times that he is in fact gay. And that he is into femboys. And that's what it is, right? Now, him trying to psychoanalyze you and say, "Oh, you were abused, and that's why you don't like sex," is not called for. Like, you're not a fuck. Hunt, you're not a Hunter. You're not a fucking psychologist. You're a fucking pedophile. Those two don't Those two don't fucking correlate. Shut the fuck up. And that's what he would do with me as well. When I first started off doing all this internet shit, right? He would do the same shit with me, which is he would psychoanalyze me. And when eventually I learned his games, and he didn't like that. So when I used his games onto him, he didn't like that at all. Like, there would be times where we were arguing left and right about dumb shit. Like, "Oh, well, why didn't you want to do this? Why did you want to do that?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't fucking want to, Hunter." "Well, you should. You should do it. Like, here, it's easy." Completely unrelated, but I can see where, like, the manipulation is. Like, I could understand the manipulation about that. I would say there in the drawing shit, it can be looked as corrupt, or maybe perspective wise, but with Hunter, see, the thing is he wants to share his fucking bullshit, but he has nobody to share it with because he views society as bad, right? I vaguely remember in a conversation before I made the Twitter video where he literally just told me that I was irrelevant. I didn't really give a shit. Yeah, I know I'm irrelevant. I'm a small content creator. Go fuck yourself. I still have a platform to stand on. I'm not, and also I'm not a pedophile. That is my fucking W, and I will always be better than you for that. But but no. In all seriousness, though, I can understand that the manipulation is what can make people feel grimy, especially when you can catch on to it. And the interrogating about sex and why you didn't like it, that's no. I can't fucking sit here and nope, that is a fucking nope. During the whole thing, he would send me porn, as you can literally see on the video, and I would deflect so hard but he would try to get some sort of reaction out of me. He was testing the water to see how much I can endure, I guess. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. There have been times on trash bags, or even in personal DMs between me and him, or hell, even when I visited his house. Because again, before I knew any of this shit, we were actually IRL friends. Before I left New York and New Jersey to live in New Mexico, we were IRL friends. There have been countless times where on his channel, I could be heard in the background. Now, his channel's banned, but again, there have been countless times where you could hear me in the background, and I was just fucking around with him. He is very testy, right? He's a very testy individual, and this sounds like I'm psychoanalyzing, but I just know him, where he would push boundaries a lot, right? The porn thing, like, I don't know. The porn thing is something that I have never witnessed, so that might be a new thing. But like that, yeah. Like, here's the thing, chat. Don't be sending fucking people porn if you know for a fact that. I mean, granted, you shouldn't be talking to people who are underage. Period. Right? Let them develop normally. Okay, not everyone can be me. Okay, I was not a normal child, and I certainly am not a normal human being. But like, the thing is kids should really not, like, even if you think you have like the mature mind, you should not be talking to adults online. I am sorry, but you have no fucking standing to sit here and say that. To say that you know. But with Hunter, and this is the thing, he was testing waters with you. Why was he sending you porn and you were 14? I don't know. I honestly, your guess is good. I still fucking think that was the thing that really pissed me off. Is he was willing to step boundaries because fuck society, and then look where it got him. Look where it fucking got him. Like that's the thing. And what really aggravates the fuck out of me about this whole situation is I spent years trying to develop patience for this fucking moron. And this is the end result. This is the end result because he refused to take the fucking help. He refused to take help. He refused to fucking actually better himself. And then come to find out, he just, lied to everybody. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to vent, but like this is the type of shit that pisses me off. And I'm sorry. Let's see here. This interaction ended when he started sending me lewd images of my favorite series, Splatoon. Being my favorite series upon seeing these images, I was absolutely revolted. Especially since the character he sent me images of was 14, just like me. Yeah, no, look, again, it falls into the category of just don't send porn to minors. Fucking jackass. Like, come on. Jesus Christ. Like, the fact that you have you don't have the fucking brain cell to be like, listen, I'm not, like, I'm gonna not send porn to minor. Like, oh my God. Doing an interesting job at really reading and breaking this down. Well, no, the only reason I'm even breaking it down is because I'm using it based off of my experience with this fucking jackass. But the thing is like, I'm using my experience, but it's also extremely fucking frustrating. It's very frustrating, chat, is what it is. It's very fucking frustrating. Like, to know that this individual is just this bad. And frustrating. Like, to know that this individual... Sorry, I had to check my audio. I drank a cup of my coffee real quick. I don't know. I really don't know if you guys could hear that. I hope not. Let's see here. And the fact that, like, yeah, like, here's the thing about the Splatoon porn shit. If it's a canonical character, I'm heavily against the idea of drawing them loot, right? I very much am, especially the agents. When it comes to OCs, it's a different story. It is. You can't generalize someone's creation over what's actually canon. I'm very much heavily against the agent shit. It's why I'm completely okay with Ponko and like Nyx being looted, right? Because they're actually not canon characters. They are what is considered an original character. They're shitposts, essentially. But the fact that he's like sending this dude like Agent 8, that's not okay. When I finally went off on him and he started to guilt trip me for getting mad at him, I started to think maybe I was in the wrong, but I watched enough TCAP to know that this is the kind of scum tend to do. TCAP? Who the fuck is TCAP? Who's TCAP? Who the fuck is TCAP? Hold on. Oh, To Catch a Predator. My God. My guy, Moody, listen, bud. Moody, kid, listen. Word of advice: don't be watching TCAP. don't listen to Chris Hansen. Okay, Chris Hansen, maybe back then was more credible to like less than half of an extent. Hansen now, there's no fucking standing. He's a fucking joke. But I don't know. But yeah, Hunter doing this is not okay whatsoever. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck is wrong with you, Hunter? Like, are you that desperate? Like, I'm sorry to bring this personal. And I get it. No one's gonna fucking really understand, but between me and him, but are you really just gonna end up being like your fucking dad? Are you fucking serious right now? This is why I kept telling you, dude, get the fucking help. Like, actually get help. But instead, you're willing to double down on your pedophile shit because guess what? It works for you, right? And you don't have a fucking platform to stand on anymore. Because I myself, JJ, and a bunch of other people have kicked you to the fucking ground. So you don't even care anymore. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to really better themselves, especially when you're as low of a piece of filth as Hunter is. Why is it so fucking hard for you to like actually work on yourself? Why is it so hard for you? What do you have to lose at this point? I can tell you straight up, nothing. You have nothing to lose, right? You've lost everything. My biggest regret is that was that I never came out sooner. I was too scared, and I would cry myself every night knowing that this happened to myself. But I felt like I had to take one more for the team. I thought that I would have been the only one. I hope I would have been the only one. Look, Moody, never feel. This goes to anyone in these type of situations. Never feel like you have to take one for the team. Do not do that. You feel like that is where you have to go. Go report it to law enforcement. Okay, do that. There is no, in these situations, there is no taking one for the team. It is straight up, you're putting yourself in a position to be taken advantage of. You're putting yourself in a position to be hurt. And honestly, I'm not going to lie, Moody, that's not very smart of you. And I personally, I feel like, look, I feel like I understand where you're coming from because you felt like that was your last resort. And I get it. But if it got to that point, you should have reported to law enforcement. Even then, even if you feel like you're like a state away, you could at least report it, and then they can contact that department or someone to really look into this. That's why I'm always a heavy advocate when it comes to shit like this, to report it to law enforcement. Because that's the only way shit like this can really get fucking exposed. Especially when it's already known and it's already confirmed that Hunter has SO status under Megan's law for like fucking the state of New Jersey. Like, it's not that fucking surprising. Anyway, my base. I'm so sorry to the people that I failed for not coming out sooner, because there were other kids he did this to. I'm sorry I was so scared. I'm sorry. I hope I can make up to you guys somehow. You don't have to listen, dude. You don't have to make up to any of this. You really don't. You're the victim here, not the fucking predator. You're not the predator. He is. And I've been advocating for this for the longest fucking time. He needs to get put back in jail. He needs to be put back in jail. He needs to go to a mental ward. He needs something. I don't even care. And I've even said it before, even on Twitter. I don't even care if he kills himself. I don't. Because myself and a lot of his closer friends, and I was one of them. I was one of his closest friends, have tried to help him. And there's not a damn thing any of us could do. Not a damn fucking thing. He is going to let himself burn. And you know what? I'm willing to let him burn. So should you. I am not a big fan of letting people fail. But in this instance, I am. I'm 100% okay with him failing. Because this shit's not okay. Not. I could have stopped this and it could only have been me. I wish it I'm sorry. I wish it was just me. If you have any questions, please, I think I can advise. All right. And yeah. So yeah. So basically Moody credits my video, my VOD on this matter. And this kind of gives content and credence as to what happened. Now I'm gonna look at this real quick. I'm gonna look at this real quick, and I'm gonna age restricted. Is that really fun? Oh. Oh shit! It's age restricted. Here, let me do a speed through of this real quick, just in case. I don't want to show his stupid fucking porn shit. Yep, there's porn. Right, where's the lewd shit at? Fuck. How much more fucking porn shit was there? Oh, okay. Well, there's not really a lot, but no, there's a lot. It's towards the end. Never mind. Honestly, all I will say is you're more than welcome to go on there. I wish I could show these. Here, I'll give you snippets. That I know have no fucking porn on them whatsoever because knowing Hunter. This is fucking sick. Dude. Like I'm a degen, right? But this is fucking sick. But I'm the fucking loser here. That's what. I'm the fucking loser apparently. Anyway. Typically, people will dislike sex because of negative association with their sexual stuff. I'm assuming that that's from Hunter, right? I'm assuming that that's from Hunter. You're saying, it's just shot in the dark. I think I'm typically good at reading people. If you don't want to talk about it with me, understandable. If you had fuck. I'm just I'm fucking appalled. Fictional characters, whatever. I think they're teenagers mostly. I'll tell you this much: relationships will not last at your age. Sexual stuff comes with maturity. As if you fucking know. As if you fucking dude. You, oh my god, dude! I can't. I fucking can't. I'm so. What the fuck, man? Like this dude. It's like more help. Important to acknowledge those things. Why people get addicted. That's exactly the reason I don't touch alcohol or drugs, really. I already have methods of escape like Kumi. You're telling this to a 14-year-old. At the time, chat. At the time. You're telling this to a fucking 14-year-old. Oh my fucking god. Hunter. You're telling this to a fucking Jesus fucking Christ. Well, at least you're not an alcoholic or something bad. Haha, yeah, definitely not a criminal. I feel like that's a jab towards myself and like Jafar and like Dan and a few other people who've kind of like ousted him because we know, and JJ knows as well. A lot of people know he's a fucking criminal. He's had sex offender charges. But Jesus fucking Christ, man. It feels like I'm nitpicking here and I'm really pulling shit out, but like I'm what I'm doing is this is a 5-minute thing and it's covered in porn. Like it really is. It is. You're talking about, oh, okay. So he's talking about maturity, right? It comes with maturity. You're literally getting seized over a fucking 14-year-old talking to you. I mean, I thought you were done arguing with this fucking, talking about this fucking asshole. I was supposed to be, but I got dragged in back into this shit because of dumb shit like this. This stupid shit like this. Swag, Dio judges your cock size while you play. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. All right. I think we get the gist. Again, it's not a lot of porn. It is a lot of stuff. Oh. Oh, chat. Here. Thank fucking God. Thank God this is here. Again, I know this isn't what people want to watch when it comes to shit like this, and I do apologize. But this is something I have been dealing with for almost since the beginning of my stream, my streaming career, right? So I have no fucking choice but to really kind of update myself on this bullshit. And when I get dragged into crap like this, I have to cover it because it's just it's ridiculous. It's sad. It's ridiculous. I even have to fucking do this, but here I am once again showing once again. Once again, I have to show this dude's fucking disgusting. And what I've been saying has been right the whole fucking time. You don't believe me? Go watch this. Go watch this. Go on Moody's fucking Twitter. Go watch this unlisted chat log. I thought this was bullshit at first, originally. But the thing is, when you see recordings like this, it's easy to edit it, but this doesn't look edited. So I guess he said something terrible, shitty to fucking Moody, which I'm not surprised. You know, guys don't see it, but it says you're met here. I'll stream it a bit for y'all. I'll open it a bit here. You're messed up, dude. I blame the internet. That's always his excuse when it comes to the pedophilia shit. I blame the internet. Motherfucker, the internet has nothing to do with what you're into. Yes, it gives you what you're into, sadly. But nobody's to blame but your fucking self, you fucking piece of fucking filth. Nobody is to blame. Nobody. Listen, I get it. You think that you're the victim in this situation, Cunter. You're not. You're the fucking predator. And you keep solidifying that, doing shit like this. You keep solidifying it by doing shit like this. What was it that I said in my video on Twitter about the situation? I'm not to blame for this shit. JJ's not to blame for this shit. Dan's not to be blamed. Jafar, Swamp. Nobody is to be blamed for your actions. It's all you. All you. Nobody is to be blamed but you. You make these stupid fucking choices. You fucking absolutely depraved piece of shit fucking animal. You make these choices. The internet is not to be blamed for your actions. And look, before I go off this, before I leave this bullshit, um, Hunter, I'm going to give you my transparency on the matter because I feel like that's appropriate, right? So for those who were wondering, I did actually respond to this. Hey, I usually go with my usual hey, right? Because, that's what I say. Hey, thank you for finally coming out about this. I know this is hard, but it's amazing you took a giant leap. I'm sorry that you experienced. I'm sorry you experienced this stuff. My stuff is small in comparison to this, and I hope it doesn't impact you in the future. If you can, please DM me, as I have a question. Much thanks. So, let's go into my DMs real quick, because I don't want to be slandered, right? I don't want to be fucking slandered by fucking pedophile. Because God forbid I actually like help somebody, right? Fucking help an actual victim in the situation. Here. Just give me a minute, chat. What I don't want is I don't want to have my fucking I don't want to have my other DMs outside of this be fucking shown. A lot of the shit that I talk about is no one's business, really. With other content creators and artists. But for now, this is what you're gonna get. So they DM'd me. Moody had DM'd me and asked what my question was. And so I kind of went on a fucking autistic paragraph, because I was actually relieved that this person did this, but I was also kind of concerned, because what I don't want is to just showcase one thing and then be like, hey, is there more? There might be more to the story, right? So thank God I actually have the chat logs now. But hey, so I understand that this could be sensitive for a lot of people, but I'm wondering if you're comfortable with me showcasing your side stuff via your tweets and chat log video, and whatever else you want to add. Personally, I have dealt with them enough, and I feel I have this obligation to let people know as much as I realistically can. What I don't want to do is put you at a danger or misinterpret anything or go against what you want. I'm more than likely going to cover this once I get a new mic Friday, but ultimately it's up to you if you don't want me to or have a specific request such as anonymity. My main concern was him to have anonymity. Again, it's very important to me in these situations that, that needs to be looked upon, because it's important. It is important that actually ends up happening, right? Now, obviously, at the end of the day, it's their choice, right? If they want anonymity or not. I mean, best I can do is just offer it. But in reality, like realistically, my concern was the retaliation, because Hunter's known to do that. He's known. He's actually fucking known to do that. He's done it with me. He's done it with Dan. He's done it with Jack. Sorry, not Jack. Jafar. He retaliates, and he retaliates in some fucking nasty fucking ways. Let's see here. Let me just test my audio one more time, chat. I pulled on my fucking headset cord, but I don't want it to be fucked up. Let me just test my audio one more time, chat. I pulled on my fucking headset cord, but I don't. There we go. Okay, we're good. All right. I'm more than likely to cover the. Okay, I already talked about that. Please let me know, as I'm honestly sorry for his actions and behavior are completely unwarranted and unwanted. I'd also clarify that thank you for showcasing this stuff, because I wasn't able to record the phone call I had with him, but he did tell me the stuff after berating him to tell me the truth after like 2 hours. Yes, chat, I was unable to record a phone call with him because I was really trying to get the information out of him, and he knows what I do, right? He knows that I will fucking start recording when it comes to him or anyone else, because I am a firm believer. If you're on a call with someone, make sure it's recorded. Cover your ass, right? You always have to cover your ass with this type of shit. When you are a public figure, you have to fucking cover your ass. And he knew I was gonna fucking record. So I had to literally show him I'm not recording. And I wasn't. But for 2 hours, I had to interrogate him and tell him, look, just tell me the fucking truth, finally. And he did. He did. Let's see. I'd also clarify about, okay. I'm just happy you're okay and speaking about it. Please let me know if you need anonymity or do not want me to cover your tweet / story. What I would also recommend, if applicable, or if you think it's serious enough to report, enough to report to law enforcement, as he does have, in fact, sexual offender charges under the state of New Jersey. It is needed. Now, I kind of put this here because I am always a strong advocate, being someone who worked as a correctional officer, who understands the system a little bit. I'm not an expert, but I understand it enough. Things like this are serious enough to where I always try to like put to the notion like, hey, just report to law enforcement. Because even though it seems like nothing's getting done, you don't know what the fuck's going on. They might actually be investigating. And in this situation, I can guarantee you they would investigate, especially since he has a charge. And he's currently working with this the court on doing what would prevent him from going back to jail, i.e. his quote unquote therapy. Anyway, but again, like I said, I'm always a high fucking person for people to report this shit to law enforcement. It's why I put that there. Oh, I see. No problem with you covering this. And I see no need to keep me anonymous. I'd appreciate your coverings a lot since this is really serious and common. I've had like 2 years of process. I think I'm somewhat fine now. No worries. I'm glad I can help. Chat, everybody, look. I am very tired of dealing with this fucking piece of shit. And I'm very fucking tired of it. Now, the only reason I ever actually covered this was because I had only known, and the only reason I knew about it was because they tagged me through my tweet of my VOD on the matter. Okay. If they didn't do that, I would have not known about this unless someone had directed me towards it. Otherwise, I would have not known. And that's the truth. That is the actual fucking truth, right? Part of me is very glad. Actually, let me correct myself. A lot of me is very happy that they did that. I'm very proud of them for coming up and being like, hey, fuck this dude. But at the same time, I have multiple times tried to say, hey, I'm done dealing with this fuckhead. Really, I'm done. He's a sick, depraved fucking animal. To me, he's less than human, really. And I've always said it. I have no qualms with kicking him into the ground over this shit because it keeps getting worse. Doesn't do anything to help himself. As you just saw, he blames the internet. The internet is not fucking playground to blame shit on. You fucking depraved piece of filth. Just fucking get help. Stay the fuck off the internet. It's clearly not helping you. And, here's the thing. I said it before on my Twitter videos about him. Yeah, I'm irrelevant. I'm a small content creator. And, I may or may not even make or break it on this fucking shit. But at the end of the day, I at least am comfortable knowing that I'm not a fucking pedophile. That I'm not preying on people. That I'm not taking advantage. That I'm not manipulating people out of the context of being a streamer. Manipulation-wise, right? Sub. Anyway. I'm okay with being irrelevant, small, a fucking nobody, unacknowledged, whatever the fuck you want to call it, cunter. I'm completely okay with that. Because at the end of the day, I'm always one step better than you. And you know that. You know that. especially given the context. I will always, forever and ever be one step better than you, especially now. And if you can't fucking actually help yourself, then I really don't know what to say. Nobody's going to help you now. Nobody. Not a fucking single soul. And if it takes me to the end of fucking time, I fucking gasp at my last breath, I will make it more and more known that you are a fucking pedophile. So you literally, at least here, get the fuck off the internet. You're not wanted on the internet. You're not wanted on the internet. You're not even wanted in real life, technically. But I'm not going to digress. I'm not going to jump into that. Point being is I'm fucking tired of dealing with his shit. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired. And I don't have to deal with it. But it is my contribution to make people aware of this shit. I don't have to fucking do that, but I do. I put my reputation in damage control for no fucking reason over and over and over again because it is a necessary evil to make sure my community, my channel, my community, and people in other people's communities and other streamers safe. I don't have to fucking do that, but I do it because I actually fucking care. Okay, and on that note, though, look, if you're dealing with someone like that yourself, please go to law enforcement, report it. Please report it to law enforcement. Talk to people, be honest, because you're not alone. Definitely have support. Okay. I would advise I would advise don't come to me with every fucking case. Because again, I'm not a cop. Not anymore. But in this instance, in this situation, because it is personal, I feel I have a moral obligation. I don't say I feel, but I feel I have a moral obligation to actually make it more and more known. I care about a lot of my community, every single one of you, and I try my fucking hardest to make sure that what I provide is good entertainment, but I also try to make it as safe as I possibly can. Because contrary to popular belief, upon many content creators, especially myself, we do care. We care about you guys. We want you guys to be safe. We want you guys to, be comfortable being able to express yourselves in our communities, especially mine, where mine is very open and very transparent, and very inclusive. And it's stupid that I have to sit here and fucking talk about this shit for a good hour, but it matters. It does. It fucking matters, and it's important to keep that awareness. I may not know all of you on a personal level. A lot of you guys lurk. A lot of you guys lurk, or a lot of you guys just say hi. And I may not really know you personally, but just know that I am here for you. I am here to keep you entertained, and I am here, as far as in these circumstances, make sure that you are safe. I'm not your babysitter, but I am someone who will try to keep your back secure. And my mods as well will do that as well. So on that note, fuck you, Hunter. Once again, fuck you. You lackluster piece of filth animal. Seek help. Like, actually go to a fucking hospital or go to jail. Turn yourself in. Or just fucking stop being on the internet. Fix yourself. That's all I'm going to say. You're never welcome on my channel ever again. You're never fucking welcome on my community. And anytime I see your name, I will fucking deliberately make sure that a moderator of that community knows what you are. Because you're not welcome on any fucking platform. Especially mine. Fuck you. Piece of shit. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. I just spent a good hour kind of going on a tangent about a pedophile